So things we're going to cover today are we're going to cover collaborative norms. We're going to look a little bit at CFOOT. Many of you are already familiar with our organization, the Center for Urban Teaching. We're going to take a peek at the core values and just how important the classroom director is and where you fit in. We're going to look at the purpose of the classroom director. What is this position? And then looking at some assignments and let you know when those are coming your way. And then finally look at some paperwork.
Asshole.
And I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, please mute your mics if you're not speaking. That would be fantastic. I see those in the chat. All right, so our objectives tonight. Articulate the vision and values of CFOOT and where you fit in. Explain the core responsibilities and what success looks like as a classroom director. And then set you up for success to serve as an effective classroom director. And for all of our new people and as well as our returners, these are the collaborative norms. So this is the way that we approach meeting time and approach our work and any kind of problems that might arise. So we believe that we should be respectful, maintain a professional, respectful demeanor by being cognizant of your attitude, tone, speech, and actions. This one's going to be so important in our work this summer. Number 2, ensure equity of voice. Refrain from interrupting one another if someone isn't sharing. Ask for their input rather than assuming they don't care. Number 3, actively listen. Do not criticize an idea prematurely. Listen like you don't have the answers. And do not engage in sidebar conversations. Number 4, actively participate. We see this already. Thanks for putting those comments in the chat. Be focused, present, and involved. The last 4, number 5 through 8. Number 5, maintain confidentiality. Refrain from gossip after a meeting. Number 6, take risks. And classroom directors, you are going to witness this summer as we have brand new teachers trying to do something that we continually learn about and craft and hone our skills at this thing called teaching. So you're going to witness this firsthand. Reject the status quo, be willing to share new ideas and try new ideas. Number 7, be positive. If you have concerns about an approach, those reasons should be fully aired. But negativity for its own sake is contrary to the group's expectations and counterproductive. And number 8, you're going to like this one. Start on time and end on time. We're going to do our best to be respectful of everyone's most precious commodity, time, by committing ourselves to arriving on time, being prepared. So that being said, let's jump into it. So why CFOOT? Our mission and vision. Our mission is to identify, prepare, and support high-performing urban teachers and leaders. And our vision, to be the #1 producer and provider of high-performing urban teachers and leaders. Our core values: we are a Christ-centered organization. We are relational, courageous, joyful, intentional, and committed to high performance, glorifying the Lord and using education as a platform to spread the gospel and giving kids hope in this life and in the life to come. So where does a classroom director exactly fit in? Okay, so we're going to talk about some qualified candidates. You all have a college diploma that we've received many of those. Some of us are still getting those submitted. Your job is to oversee instruction and be a liaison, a communicator between the classroom teacher and the leader. We're looking to you to respond to emergency situations and maybe an odd job out of the classroom director role. Maybe you'll be asked to support the teacher and leader. And then your job is to primarily accompany designated teachers and students. So you'll be shadowing the teacher and the students throughout their day as well. One thing about professional dress at all times, we keep the school in summer school. Our teachers are training for their first day of school in August. And so we really try to reduce any confusion about what professional dress looks like. So our scholars, teachers, and leaders are asked to be dressed professionally. So our classroom directors are asked to be dressed professionally as well. That means dress pants, dress shirt, and dress shoes. The blazer is optional. Next piece, we're going to jump into are just some frequently asked questions that we often have, and we're going to share those on the front end. Like I said at the onset, if you have specific questions, make sure that you're writing those down and that we can either answer those at the back end of this session or feel free to follow up with me individually. So what is this? What is a classroom director? The classroom director will be an unobtrusive observer that oversees instruction and serves as the liaison between the summer school leadership team and the summer school teachers. The classroom director is the representative of a degree in the classroom. So we have undergrad teachers in training teaching. And so the classroom director is the representative in the classroom that oversees the instruction. What does a classroom director do at the back of the room? Well, they can be working on unit planning for the upcoming year. They could be writing policy and procedures for an upcoming year, building future classroom library. We've had people read books, do master's work, other professional development tasks, grad school work, and even pinning on Pinterest. Some key days and times that we're asking you to be at school: June 29th and ending July 28th. We don't have any school on July 4th and 5th. And then the times are 8 a.m. is when assembly kicks off. And 1:45 is when students move to afternoon dismissal. So once students are in the gym at their station, then the classroom directors are free to go. And that's on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Wednesday, we have a real special day. There's early dismissal. So you see the discrepancy there at 12:45. I see a request to mute. Yes, please. We can take care of that. Thank you from Anna. Okay. And another thing that we need to cover is, what if I'm sick as a classroom director? If you cannot be present one day, it is your responsibility to find a degreed person to cover for you. Let your leadership team know the coverage plan and dates and work out payment with the other person. And we ask that you reach out to your circle of peers, other teachers that maybe need to cover for you. And as a last resort, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to be managing about 6 different school sites. So I'm not going to be very helpful in this capacity at finding subs. And just wanted to let you know that. So thank you so much for taking responsibility and covering in the event that you're absent. Number 1 as a classroom director, don't. At all costs, do not interrupt the teacher in the classroom in any way that would take away their perceived power or authority in the classroom. And as new teachers, we know what it's like when somebody comes in and takes over our room. And one of the things that we really do intentionally in our program is encourage all of our people to fail forward. And so you may be in a classroom where a teacher is struggling, and we know that struggling and failing forward is the best way to learn. And we're also coaching our principals to manage teachers and train them. So we ask that at all costs, you do not interrupt the teacher in any way. But what if you ever some major concerns about the teacher? Well, then we ask that you would speak to the summer school leadership team at the end of the day or in a passing time. And we ask that you would allow our principals in training to make the decisions. And then as much as possible, keep the responsibility in the hands of the teacher and the leaders. Other important items: your leadership team will reach out the week before summer school and communicate logistics of where to report on the first day of summer school.